You know that feeling, right? It's 2 a.m., you're staring at the ceiling, and you make this big, grand promise to yourself. Okay, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. I wake up early, I get my life together, I fix everything. But then, that alarm goes off. Snooze. Snooze again. And just like that, the promise is gone. Well, today, we're going to dive into how to actually break that cycle and make that 2 a.m. promise stick.
It is such a familiar feeling, isn't it? You finally pull yourself out of bed, and it feels like the world is already at full volume. You've got notifications buzzing, emails piling up, everything is just moving a million miles an hour. You're not really starting your day, you're just playing catch-up from the second your feet hit the floor.
But what if you could actually change that? This quote right here, it just nails it. It felt like I was finally living life, not rushing through it. That's the whole game. It's not just about getting up earlier. It's about this huge shift from feeling chaotic and out of control to, well, to finally living.
Right, the 2 a.m. promise. Oh, we've all been there. It's that moment of pure late-night clarity where you basically plan out your entire new life, right? And it all starts with just waking up early. It feels so possible, so real. And then, the sun comes up.
And this is what usually happens instead. You hit snooze over and over, which, by the way, just messes with your sleep and puts your brain on high alert. Then you're rushing through everything, which just keeps you in that stressed out state. So from the second you open your eyes, you're basically in survival mode, just reacting to whatever the world throws at you instead of actually setting your own agenda.
So how do we break out of this? It all starts with a blueprint. Think of it as a simple step-by-step plan for that very first hour of your day. This is the structure that's designed to put you, not your inbox, back in the driver's seat.
Okay, so it really boils down to just these 4 key things. Each one is a conscious choice to start your day on your own terms. So let's break them down, one by one. I mean, just think about the difference here. That blaring, obnoxious alarm, it literally shocks your system into a state of stress. It's like starting your day with a shot of adrenaline, in the worst way. But a gentle sunrise alarm, that works with your body, waking you up naturally. It's such a calmer way to start. Oh, and before you do anything else, drink a glass of water. It's like a jump start for your brain and your body after hours of sleep. Next up is moving your body. And look, we are not talking about some crazy intense workout here. The goal is super simple. Just get your blood flowing. Signal to your body, hey, it's time to be awake. Even just a 10-minute walk or a few stretches can release all those feel-good chemicals in your brain that tell you it's time to get going and shake off that grogginess.
All right, now for some stillness. And I know, it feels totally backwards to sit still when you have a million things to do. But trust me, even just 5 minutes of quiet, of just breathing, can completely change the tone of your day. It creates this little buffer, this space between something happening, like a stressful email popping up, and how you react to it. It lets you respond instead of just, freaking out.
Journaling is another huge one for taking back control. Think about it. Most of the time, we're just running on autopilot, right? Just reacting to stuff. Well, asking yourself these 3 simple questions, it kind of flips a switch. It wakes up the part of your brain that's in charge of planning and making smart decisions. It's a super small habit that moves you from being a passenger to actually being the one steering.
And this is why that quiet morning time is so valuable. It's your best shot at some focused, uninterrupted time for you. Before the world comes barging in and steals your attention, you can actually read a book, learn a bit about language you've been meaning to, or watch something that teaches you a new skill. It just sets this positive, growth-oriented tone for the whole day.
Okay, so you've gotten your mind right, you've woken up your body, that first hour is set. So now let's talk about fueling the rest of your day, not just with food, but with focus too. And this combination right here is a total game changer. First, fuel your body. We're talking protein and healthy fats, not sugary stuff that's going to make you crash at 10 a.m. Then you fuel your focus. Pick one thing, just one, the most important thing that, if you get it done, makes today a win. And then, and this is key, take literally 30 seconds to just picture yourself crushing that task. It sounds small, but it actually primes your brain to succeed. Okay, so let's have a little reality check. All of this sounds amazing, right? But let's be real. Building a new habit is tough. And it's super important to just be honest about that. The transition isn't always going to be smooth sailing, but it is so worth it.
And this quote, who can't relate to this? Let me be honest. The first few days I woke up at 5 a.m., I hated it. Yes, of course you did. Your brain is going to fight you on this. Your body's going to feel like a lead weight.
You will want nothing more than to crawl back under the covers. That is completely normal. And honestly, just knowing to expect that resistance is half the battle.
So how do you actually get through that I hate this phase? You make it as easy as humanly possible to succeed. Every single one of these tips is about one thing: removing friction. Lay out your clothes so you don't have to think. Put your phone in another room so you're not tempted to scroll. Have a simple checklist ready to go. These are tiny little prep steps that make a massive difference.
And that brings us to maybe the most important point of all. You have to make this your own. The goal here isn't to become a perfect robot who copies someone else's routine. Nope. It's about building a framework that actually fits your life and what you want to accomplish.
So as you're building your routine, just keep these 4 big ideas in mind. First, sleep comes first. A great morning doesn't happen without a good night's sleep, so aim for 7 to 8 hours. Second, start small. Don't try to go from waking up at 8 to waking up at 5 overnight. That's a recipe for disaster. Try 15 minutes earlier for a week. Third, personalize it. If you hate meditating, don't meditate. Go for a walk, read, find what you love. And finally, and this is huge, aim for consistency, not perfection. It is so much better to do a little bit every day than to do something huge once and then burn out.
So, what's the big picture goal here? What's the real payoff for all this effort? Well, it's all about making that huge shift from being reactive to being truly intentional. And this is really what it's all about: intentional living. It's that shift from just reacting to things, endlessly scrolling and stressing out, to feeling like you are firmly in the driver's seat of your own life. You're deciding what matters, not letting the world decide for you. And look, this routine isn't some magic wand that's going to make all your problems disappear overnight. It's not. But what it does give you are the 2 most powerful tools you need to face those problems: time and clarity. It carves out the mental space you need to deal with anxiety, to finally get started on that big project you've been avoiding, and to just start moving forward on purpose. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What would you do with 2 extra quiet, focused hours every single morning? What could you build? What could you learn? What could your life look like 6 months from now? Maybe it's time to find out. Just try it. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier tomorrow, just 15, and see what happens.